let's get into the tier list and like stop yapping about getting into the tier list. Let's actually get into the tier list. So we're gonna start with red deck. I think red deck is like the Cheerios of Elytra. I think it's a very good controlled variable on what we base like every other deck on. I think red deck is very inoffensive. Red deck doesn't really offer you anything tangible, but it does fix the blue stake problem of having less discards. I think red deck is like the most, maybe not the most diverse deck in terms of like builds, because erratic deck exists, but and painted, I guess, by the same token. But red deck, you can like very easily play builds that you would like normally not want to play because they're inconsistent, because you have that extra discard, because you can like see more cards from your deck, right? Like, I used to be a big fan of straights. I was a big fan of straights when I did this tier list the first time. I think straights are fine on red deck because you can like, a lot of the big problem with straights is that you just end up not finding them, and it really sucks. Because if you don't find a straight, you just die. And red deck removes a lot of the difficulty in finding straights because it gives you that extra discard, and et cetera and so on. I think red deck is good for build diversity, and that's pretty much it. Everything else that it provides you, you know, you can argue that it gives you like more purple seal value, yada yada. I think a lot of that is like kind of grasping at straws, but it does offer a lot of diversity, which like is kind of a breath of fresh air in Gold Stake, because, you know, 9 out of 10 runs, no matter what deck you're on, it's going to be pair gaming, and red deck can like kind of stray away from that, which is pretty nice.